Hello and welcome back to PowerWash Simulator. When we last left off, we were cleaning the church. And I had a chance to stop and take care of something gravely important. And that, now that that's been taken care of, we can continue on. I was actually supposed to start recording earlier than I did. But time has a tendency to get away from you. And sometimes that can't be helped. Okay. So we're almost done. We have almost hit 60%. There we go. And of course, we're going to have to go back up and grab some of the things like the roof. Actually, there we go. That's the rest of the wall. And we can move that. That. And that. We got the figurehead. We have both. We've got the Eve here. Okay, good. Let's go back to the stubby. And be hitting 60%. Like, get up there. I don't know why I got no. Can you imagine how the monks would have felt if they returned to find their temple completely caked in cow excrement? I imagine they'd be pretty miffed. I mean, for anyone, you see it as a sign, right? Yeah, probably. Okay. Get this side. I didn't realize I'd missed it. Yeah, I think I'd see it as a sign of something. I don't know what, but I don't think I'd see it as a sign of anything good. But that actually brings us to the question of the video. What is your favorite farm animal? Are you a donkey person? Are you a goat person? Are you a sheep person? I just named all ungulates. Are you into ducks and chickens? Are you not a fan of animals at all? In that case, if you're not a fan of animals, why are you not a fan of animals? I, personally, am rather a fan of goats. They are absolutely ridiculous creatures, and I love them for it. It's just something really goofy about a goat. And there's so much, you know, they are unabashedly goats. Like, yep, that is certainly a goat. And I mean that in, like, the best way possible, honestly. Only respect for goats here. The goofy animals they are, despite the fact that I've been bitten by one, but, in that particular instance, it was actually my fault, and it was actually an accident. I'm not mad. He didn't mean it. Okay, let's grab it up here. Uh, okay. There we go. So yeah, I'm not mad that she bit me. It was kind of one of those. I was at an event and there were goats there, and it was completely unrelated to the event. Um, and while being given the opportunity to feed said goats, uh, she kind of spaghetti slurped my finger and gave it a little chomp, and it was not a pleasant feeling. I will not lie. It was very unexpected too. Okay. Just kind of do, and I've just been bitten by a sheep. There, goat. I don't think I've met it. I don't think I think the last time I had an encounter with a sheep, I was literally a child. I don't know if it was a negative experience. I'm fairly certain it was a positive experience. It was a school trip to a farm. You know, it wasn't anything terrible or anything like that. I live in a I live in a city, so like the opportunity to see farm life is actually pretty limited. Um, as a result, oh, there we go. Got all of the pedestals. So now our next course of action is, as it turns out, on the roofs. Never finished this roof, so let's start there. There we go. Yeah. I can't say I've ever had a bad experience with uh, farm life. I've had very limited experience with farm animals, which, you know, like I said, you know, being a city kid, you tend to have pretty limited experiences. Uh, right. In the underside of this. There we go. Arch board. There was a little bit more to the barge board. I think it's rust that I'm missing. There's the roof. Uh, but yeah, I like. I've had some pretty uh okay experiences with animals. Can't say anything negative. Um, where am I? Ah, right here. Right. There we go. Okay. So now we have to go up here. I'm also quite a fan of chickens. They're funky little dinosaurs, and I dig that. And I love the fact that they are absolutely peculiar little animals. Um, I think a lot of people, myself included, when I first heard it, because in the city here in the states, a lot of chickens tend to be vegetarian fed, and we have a very big disconnect between what goes on the farm and what ends up on our plates, which is really rather a shame. I think it's important to have an understanding of where your food comes from. So I do try to, have that understanding. Not great with it, admittedly, but I do try, at the very least. There we go. Move that. That is not what I need. And I... No, I cannot. So yeah, I'm gonna have to use this. It's just gonna have to be at a lower level. There we go. Let's get up here so we can get this part of the roof. And I would like to state for the record, though, that isn't necessarily the case everywhere. There being a massive disconnect between where our food comes from and, us as city folk. Because it isn't entirely the case. I know in some places they do a little better with it. They just don't really do a great job of it where I'm from, admittedly. There's part of the roof that I missed over here. There we go. Oh, wall. There we go. Eve. Let's grab that. But yeah, no, like, it, I think it's probably more a symptom of where I'm from. And it's actually kind of funny because the city I'm from, like, it's not like super agrarian, no, but it's also not super urban. So it raises some questions as to why why we're so bad at that. Eh, missed. There we go. Let's try that. I absolutely need to get on the roof. Okay. There we go. That could still be. Nope. Can't afford to fall off there. Let's get the roof ridge. I just, though, thinking about it now, I wonder if part of the problem that my city has is, part of the problem I have, rather, the lack of education, is because I went to school in the 90s. Like, I finished school in the early aughts. Or, I left school in the early aughts. And I wonder if that lack of knowledge and that lack of understanding is more because of when I went to school and less because it's just not taught. Because I have a feeling like it's probably more that than anything else. Like, no, this is absolutely education that gets had. It's just you went to school in this time period when they weren't teaching it. Okay, let's try that again. There we go. I forgot that was a way you can do it. There we go. Let's get this storage board. Let's try not to fall off again. There we go. The figurehead's good. We're gonna switch. I wonder if will that? Yeah, that seems to be okay. And of course, you know, there are suburban areas that are agrarian and not really urban. There are, you know, areas that are farmland, of course. I just don't live in any of it. So, like, my encounters with livestock are pretty limited. Oh, here's a program where we're going to bring city kids out to these areas. And here are these programs where we're going to do this thing. Actually, I think we're going to stay over here. Get this part of the roof done. Eh. Oh, oops. Kind of in the way, but, like, we can deal. Really quickly. Go back to 15. Is it a little stronger? Make sure that we're, like, actually getting everything. Let's use that one. We can go to the 25. Let's see. No, we should definitely be on the 15. It's just, it does a much better job. And unfortunately, this ladder is in the way. But hopefully, for that. Hopefully it's not too bad. Oh, I know. Let's go to that. Oh, the roof is wood. I feel like that makes a lot of sense, actually. Well, get the whole thing cleaned off. Say the Twister gave the temple some kind of sacred hose down instead. Okay. Secret little miracle just between the two of us. Yeah, sure. Why not? What did my mess say? There we go. That's the roof. That's the side of the roof anyway. Let's go back to that. Could you imagine? I mean, like, as far as miracles go, that would be really weird. Just, suddenly a giant tornado passed by and it cleaned the entire, your entire church. I'm inclined to believe that they're not going to believe that, but, given the nature of things, I imagine weirder miracles have happened. So maybe they would be inclined. Who am I to judge? And that's something I try not to do. I try not to judge. Like, there are absolutely instances where it's like, I don't know. But for the most part, I try not to judge. Let's see. That is, of course, going to go. Let's see if we can't get this clean in pretty short order. Um, there we go. Good. I'm stuck again. Barge board. We still have that. Power clean. Oh. That Eve's good. I think we got the other one too. I'll go back and check in a minute. There we go. Like, I love that the vast majority of this is wood. I'm not mad at it. I didn't see that somewhere. There is, of course, the more that I'm missing. But it's right here. Okay. Come on. Ah, there it is. There we go. Merge board. These eaves. This eve is not done. Move that for the time being. Yep. There we go. Put that there. Grab the other ladder. And we'll go right there. That way we can finish the figurehead and the barge board. There we go. There we are. And of course we have excuse me. We have to address the rest of this. Then we'll take care of the rest of the figurehead. What part of this am I missing? I imagine it is probably... Yeah, there we go. Not Eve. Can we get this one? No. So let's go up. And let's take care of this section of the roof. There we go. And of course, we have to take care of this. And not forget it, like I did the last time. And continue to not rush, so I don't miss stuff. There we go. Get that. I'm imagining there's... What did I miss? Other... nope, that was it. Okay. There we go. Barge board's good. That's the eave. And if I'm remembering correctly, like, the eave is quite literally where the term eavesdrop comes from. Like, hiding up above them and, like, something weird like that. Let's come down. Yeah, let's just finish the figurehead. Let's see. Bolts for that, and that. Some of this action, which I'm completely missing. Get that going. Of course, we have to get to the top of the roof. Come on. Yeah, that's actually gonna have to wait. Let's get this while we're here. But yeah, like, the etymological history of some of the words in the English language are really interesting. Yeah, man. There we go. Can I? Not gonna help. There we go. There we go. That's what I was going for. Let's get the overhang. Let's make sure that we're getting that too. The wall. What part of the wall? I think I'm missing the sides. Not that side, though. Like, we thoroughly cleaned that side. Eh. There we go. Overhang's clean. Then we get the barge board. Okay. So, our next task is literally the roof. You know, actually that goes there. You go there. We'll take care of that. Okay. There we go. Flipping can be a little funky sometimes. To get this part of the tower. There is a gnome up there. I'm going to try my hardest not to knock over. I know I did it on my first play. Come down. Come to the other side. Put that there. I wish you could run with the ladders. Be really helpful because you move like weirdly slow. There we go. There is, of course, more of the tower to be had. But while we're here, let's do this. That's more of the tower. Get that figurehead. Get the sides. I'm mostly trying to stay up on what I'm doing. So I've noticed trying to talk and trying to do a lot of stuff is actually really distracting. And I'm I think that's why I kind of did so poorly when I was streaming. I cannot hold a conversation while I'm playing very well. It's not for lack of trying. There we go. Which means I think the underside of that board is what needs to be cleaned. There we go. There we go. So the tower itself is clean. And we have the figurehead to do. And now that we're up here, you'll see some of the stuff that I couldn't get. And I'm also noticing that the board is filthy. But so let's go wooden trim. Yeah, okay, that's clean. Let's pull that. That there. And head up. So we can get the rest of the figurehead. There we go. That was relatively quick. There we go. Up, down. We need to get up. We do need to clean these figureheads. I hope. Oh. Very precariously perched. Hopefully I can do this without knocking it over. I have my doubts, though. Come on. That side. There we go. Yes. Yes, I think I got it. Uh, oh, there we go. And I managed it without displacing the gnome. Okay. That side of the roof. The roof is done. Get this side. There we go. Barge board it. There we go. Barge board, tower, roof, the eave. There we go. The figurehead, eave, and window. Birch board. Figurehead. What eave am I missing? Oh, you know what? Oh, let's see if I can't locate it. Should be flashlight. Oh, there we go. Back to 15. And what window we missing? Oh, so convenient. It is quite literally. One. Okay. Ooh, cool. Neat. All right. We'll look into, awesome. We will, let's do a little shopping. Nope. Back. Um, let's see. We can get this now. I'll drop us back into twos, but yeah. Let's go back. Oh, cool. So let's pop in here and we can start it. Okay. I don't know. I I did not catch that. I know it don't sound too enticing, but any chance you can clean up my abandoned washroom? So here's what I'm thinking for the nightclub version. Okay, you're turning this into a nightclub. Why are you turning this into a nightclub? Line of glitter balls lead you through the entry tunnels, shining light every color and every angle and every face. Okay, get you discombobulated, but excited. Oh, okay. Think I'm with you so far. Think. I don't know how I feel about, a club in a public bathroom, but I guess you know better than I would. I'm just some dude that cleans stuff for a living. Got entrepreneurial spirit, but, you know, I'm not interested in running a nightclub. Especially not one, in a bathroom. And besides, it would be like really tiny. Do one of these numbers. That way we're, like getting that as we go, as opposed to doing it the way I did the first time. It was like going through, and I went through and I think I cleaned the floor, and then I came back and I did the walls, and then I did something else. I don't remember. It was a choice. Um, yeah. Uh, there we go. This is actually one of my favorite areas, though. It's a little rough, because there's a lot of rust that you have to take care of. But in general, it's not too bad. Um, would be nice if you had more light. and section things off while we're at it. That way, I know where I'm starting and I know where I'm stopping. There we go. I do find it interesting that you can hear so much of what's going on outside, though. Which adds to an air of creepiness. And of course, you know, we're not that far off of the end of the entryway. But then we have to get into the meat of the place. Oh, there we go. Um, that's actually something I kind of wish. I wish there were more public bathrooms. Um, and not just like at parks, but if you've ever been out in public and really, really, really needed to go. Like, one of the big issues is, you know, if you go to like a coffee house, they're going to require you buy something before they let you use the bathroom. And you could, you know, pop into a library, which is fine, but that requires having a library nearby. And, you know, can you imagine being like, say you're a single parent, you're out with a kid, and your kid's in diapers. So having a place that you can just, you know, pop into to change your kid would be nice. I don't have kids, I have no interest in having them, but I recognize that, you know, it'd be nice to be able to have that space. There we go. What am I missing? Oh, there it is. And this threshold is, well, the threshold. It is, in fact, the cutoff point. I think once we finish this tunnel, I'm going to call it. So let's finish the tunnel wall. I will admit that the big issue that I have with the tunnel is you don't have enough space to back up. There we go. So actually, that is where I'm going to call it. So I have been Dorknut. This has been PowerWash Simulator. As a reminder of the question of the episode, what is your favorite farm animal and why? But if you enjoyed this video, or any video in the series, or any of the videos I've ever done, please consider leaving a like on the video and subscribing to the channel, which helps out metrics. It means that you get to see more of it and more people get to see it all together. And consider hitting the notification bell so you can know when I'm uploading and Even if it is really regular, you get that little notification in your mailbox. Um, I also have a coffee. You can find me at coffee.com/dorknaut. That is ko-fi.com/dorknaut. If you're so inclined to leave a tip, but please do not feel obligated. But yeah, come see me again sometime, won't you? Goodbye.